Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. Always appreciate you. I'm Orlando Ruiz Jr. It is finally here, the month of October, the month of Halloween, my favorite time of the year. This is the month where I get to watch spooky movies, scary movies, Halloween themed movies with my family or friends, and here on the channel talk about these kinds of movies with you. So, with that said, it is time for my first classic horror movie review of October 2025. And right now, I'm getting into a movie from 2007 from director David Fincher, Zodiac. This film is based on true events. A lot of what you see in this movie is taken from actual police case files or the residents of the Bay Area back in the late 1960s and early 1970s. This was all too real and a very scary time, and unfortunately is a part of our California history, but not something that I think we need to ignore. I think we need to look back and even try to find out what the hell happened? How did this guy get away? With a brilliant screenplay from James Vanderbilt, director and master filmmaker David Fincher takes us on a step by step deep dive into the Zodiac investigation as we see it unfold through the eyes of three key people. You have a cartoonist that worked for the San Francisco Chronicle, Robert Graysmith. In the film, he's played by Jake Gyllenhaal. You also have Inspector Dave Toshke, who was assigned to the Zodiac case by SFPD. In the film, he's played by Mark Ruffalo. And you also have Robert Downey Jr. as Paul Avery, a writer covering the Zodiac case for the San Francisco Chronicle. This case took a significant toll in each of their lives in different ways, and the movie shows that. Also, the movie doesn't shy away from the violence that really occurred in each real life murder scene, and David Fincher goes through painstaking details to recreate each murder the way that happened according to the actual case files. When it comes to the Zodiac murders that we see depicted in the film, most of the violence takes place within the first act. Second act onward, it's mostly about the investigation. But when we do see those crimes being committed, David Fincher shoots this in a way where we as the audience feel like we're there with the victims, almost like a fly on the wall. Officially, only 5 murders have been attributed to the Zodiac killer: Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday in Solano, in Vallejo, Darlene Barron; at Lake Berryessa, Cecilia Shepard; and in San Francisco, cab driver Paul Stein. These victims were real people who were needlessly cut down in the prime of their lives, who still have family members asking the question, who was the coward, who was the monster that took away my loved one? To this day, this bastard has never been caught, and it's the kind of thing that really angers me. Because the Zodiac committed murders in separate cities in California crossing multiple jurisdictional lines, there were several law enforcement agencies all trying to compete to catch him. A lot of them weren't sharing all their information with each other, and so the Zodiac killer was really at an advantage because of that. I also have to add, director David Fincher did an excellent job in this film when it comes to creating the vibe of the 1960s and 70s. You can see all the attention to detail in the cars, the clothes, all the signs of certain products in the background on buildings, or the music in the background. It feels very authentic. It feels very much like a love letter to this era of the Bay Area. Each of our 3 leads give great performances in this film: Jake Gyllenhaal, Mark Ruffalo, Robert Downey Jr., and you also have standout performances from Anthony Edwards. You also have John Carroll Lynch in there, Chloe Sevigny, Dermot Mulroney. For certain viewers out there that are sensitive to violence, here's a fair warning. This movie does not shy away of showing you the graphic nature and brutal nature of these crimes. And so if you don't want any of that stuff in your head, I would skip those parts or just fast forward. Yes, it is a bit of a downer when you realize you're watching a movie about a real life serial killer that was never caught, and so when you're watching the movie, you know it's not going to happen. It didn't happen in real life, it's not going to happen in the movie. And so you're just left to question, you're left to ponder. After I saw this movie back in 2007 and was blown away by it, I was obsessed with this case. I read all these old clippings, news articles, watched all kinds of news reports on YouTube. I even went to the murder sites because I don't live that far from San Francisco and Vallejo. I read both of the books by Robert Graysmith. They are both terrific reads, but this movie has become one of my all-time favorite films. I think it is one of the best movies of the 2000s. I think it is perfectly made from beginning to end. I think it's flawless in its pacing, in its writing, and its execution. I give it 4 stars, and I highly recommend it for anyone that is into true crime or anyone that enjoys a good thriller or a good drama. From 2007, from director David Fincher, Zodiac. This movie is definitely one of those movies you can find on streaming. Those of you that know me, you know I'm a hard copy kind of guy, and I have a kind of a special edition right here. This has a longer cut of the film. It's closer to 3 hours. The theatrical cut is more like 2.5, something like that. But yeah, this has a bit of an extended kind of cut. I really enjoy this movie overall, whether it's a theatrical or the director's cut. It's a great film either way. And yeah, this special edition 2 disc director's cut has the cover to look like a actual Zodiac letter. So that's supposed to be, I guess, his actual handwriting, which is kind of creepy to think about. But yeah, Zodiac from 2007. I recommend you check it out. Great film. Thank you all very much for watching this classic October movie review. I very much appreciate it. If you're into movies, if you're into classics, if you're into this kind of thing, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications on more reviews from me coming out very soon. If you're a returning viewer, thank you very much for your support and your views. I always appreciate it. Please don't forget to comment, share, like. It always helps. And please look out for my next classic horror movie review coming out very soon. Everybody take care of each other. Till next time, peace out. God bless.